Define the word experience.
I mean, an experience would be, it captures all the emotions. You know, you walk in, first there's excitement of, wow, look at this. And then this sense of adventure, because I want to go explore this. I want to see what's out here. What's this do? What's that do? Where's this little path lead? So an experience is all those emotions, all those things at once, you know. And there's also with, you know, visual aids, you know, does it look attractive? Is it beautiful? Is it nice? You know, the kids love it. They get, wow, look at this. So experiences, it's all encompassing for me.
I think as far as my interpretation of it, it's when you are completely immersed in a space, from your sight to your vision to your smells, your touch, hearing, everything. It all just kind of comes together, and it creates a memory. I think you remember, you know, that place because of all the senses that are being kind of tapped on.
We like to engage all the senses to create that full experience.
At Wacky World, our whole focus is really on immersive environments. So, you know, the second you walk in the door, you get that big impact, like, whoa, look at this place. And then as you kind of walk through and meander through the space, there's a story that's being told.
Every single thing has a storytelling element.
And that story is being told through all of the senses, and really speaking to your visuals, but also, you know, we do a lot of touchy-feely, as we like to call them, where you use your hands on. We also incorporate things like scent machines into the spaces, which that gets your olfactory senses going. We can do music and sounds and all those kinds of things to really get all the senses tapped into.
And being able to create an experience that's different than they expected and surprisingly full of joy is we're just very thankful that we get to do it. It's definitely a blessing.
When you are wowed with an experience, you have euphoria, you know, you're just super happy. You can't wipe a smile off your face because there's just so much joy.
We get to bring the joy factor, and we know that joy factor really matters. And the fact that we get to impact children and families in a really big way by creating experiences that are immersive and spectacular, that's huge for us. We're so excited.
Man, I hope they get enjoyment. I want people to walk in and just be like, wow, I mean, this is awesome, and just have a good time experiencing the things we've created and the play features that we've made. I mean, I want kids to enjoy them. A lot of things we do are geared towards children, so I mean, I want kids to enjoy what we do.
We want people to feel joy when they're in any of our environments.
I hope that people have a lasting memory. You know, that feeling of when you're a kid and you walk into a space and you remember it even as an adult and you feel like a kid again, that's something you can't trade for the world.
Walk in and feel something. You know, it's not just about going to work or going to school or going to church or going to the doctor or the dentist or a museum. It's like, what did you feel? What did it make you feel with the experience? And we want them to feel joy, that extra thing that makes life worth living. You know, that sprinkle, the cherry on top, the frosting on the cake. You know, the cake is great, but when you add, buttercream, I would rather just eat that than the cake.
It's fun. It creates a wow for others. Just seeing that face on other people, that big smile when they walk in the door, is just magic, and that's why I do it.